Welcome into the 24/7 Sports Channel, and of course, all of you watching on CBS Sports HQ. I'm your host today, the 24/7 Sports Director of Basketball Scouting, Adam Finkelstein, and we have a very special commitment for you here this evening as one of the best high school basketball players in the country is set to announce his live commitment. Jalen Haralson, one of just 16 five-star prospects in the national class. He's number 14 overall. You see, he's a five-star prospect, number 2 at his position, number 1 in his state, 6'7", 210 pounds, a physical specimen, built like a forward, but plays like a guard, one of the most multi-dimensional players in all of high school basketball. Get a look at his finalists right here. He is down to 3, Indiana, Michigan State, and Notre Dame. Now, as I said, he is one of the more versatile and multi-dimensional players in the country. He has tremendous perimeter size, strength, and length, along with athleticism that just keeps improving with each passing year. He's a jumbo creator, built like a big wing, but can initiate like a big guard, plays multiple positions, can really play make for himself and others, and that's what makes him one of the most difficult matchups in the country. Also a versatile defender, an excellent rebounder, a very good cutter, just a high IQ player on both ends of the floor who combines those physical tools to be just the total package. So without further ado, there is the man of the hour, Jalen Haralson. Jalen, welcome to the broadcast.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you. We got you. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So, Jalen, let me ask you this. I know you have been a high-profile prospect since you were younger. This has been a long road in your recruitment. Summarize for me what the last few years have been like to have all this attention, all this pressure, I would assume, and yet continue to take your game to new levels with each passing year.
Yeah, so I've been getting recruited from these universities, for, like you said, over 2 years now. And I built, great relationships with them. And, like I said, this day was going to come eventually, and now it's here. I'm excited to, and choose my next journey.
And big days require the special people in your life to be by your side. So I want to give you a chance to introduce those people. Tell us who's with you here on this very special night for you and your family and your team.
Yeah. So this is my mom right here. It's my dad, Jordan. You can see him right here. BJ, it's my brother. And you can hear Naya. That's Naya. That's my cousin right there. So these are people that been with me throughout this whole journey, and it's only right to bring them to the stage.
And you are at the Lalamere School. I know your teammates and your coaches are there with you for this very special day. Jalen, I'm going to assume there's a long list of people you want to thank before we get to this special moment. I want to give you a chance to do that right now. Recognize anybody you want to recognize, whatever you want to say leading up to this very big moment.
For sure. I appreciate you for that. First and foremost, I want to thank God for giving me the knowledge, the drive, and the talent. And he helped me, so much throughout this journey, keeping my mental right. Secondly, I want to thank my parents, my mom, my dad, for sacrificing time, sacrificing money. I can't thank them enough. I thank my brothers, my 2 brothers. They've been with me. And Anaya too. They've been with me. Whenever I need a phone call, I know to call them. They really don't care about anything. They just want to see me happy. I want to thank my uncle Jovan. I know he's listening on the podcast, on the stream, for spending time with me. He was the one that trained me. He got me to this point. And is to get up really early, 5 a.m, or stay up late. Make sure we get our work in. I want to thank my family, friends. I want to thank the Lalamere family and coaching staff for trusting in me. Me coming here as a junior, and giving me, a big opportunity to come in and play my game. I want to thank my old buddies at Fishers, my Fishers staff, for helping me get to this point. Yeah.
All right, Jalen. Now, before we went on the air, I told you it is rare to get to this point and to have no one have any idea where you were going to college. And this is a true surprise. That is a rare thing in this day and age. So you've got a ton of fan bases on the edge of their seat. Tell everyone where you're going to be playing your college basketball?
Yeah. So, this decision was very hard. It took a long time, but I'll be taking my talents to Notre Dame.
Okay.
Yeah.
What a moment. Jalen Haralson becomes the highest ranked recruit in Notre Dame program history to commit to the Irish. What a huge moment for Jalen, for Micah Shrewsbury, the entire Notre Dame staff. Jalen, what was it about Notre Dame that made you decide they were the program for you?
For sure. Yeah. So when I went on my visit, I just connected with the coaching staff, the players. I trust Coach Shrews in my game. He had a vision for me that, I couldn't turn down. And ultimately, I trust him to help me get to my end goal.
And Jalen, I know, in high school, we talk a lot about position. I think some of that gets overplayed, but you are a guy who likes to have the ball in your hands, who is best when the ball is in your hand. And from what I understand, that was part of the Notre Dame vision for you, to use you like a big guard, surround you with shooters and spacing, and let you play that game that you just mentioned. So talk to me about how you envision that role being at Notre Dame next year.
Yeah. So obviously, the main thing, the thing that stuck out to me is those guys can shoot. And that's something that I thrive well around. That's something I have here at La Lumiere. And that's something that I really want to be a part of. And Coach Shrews, he was Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown's shooting coach. That's something that I feel like I need to take next step in my game. So I trust him to help me get me there. But also the ACC, it's a big time conference. And I feel like it's the conference that probably translates the most to the NBA. So overall, it was a good decision.
All right. Well, last but not least, Jalen, what would your message be for Notre Dame fans who got to be pretty excited right now?
Yeah. I'm looking to come in, win. That's my main thing. I want to change the outlook on the program. And I want to come in, win, change the culture, and do my thing. So we're gonna have a lot of fun in South Bend.
All right. I'll tell you what, you and your family and your teammates, you deserve to have a lot of fun tonight. This is a huge moment for you, a huge moment for the Notre Dame program. Go out and enjoy it. Thank you so much for doing it here with us on 24/7 Sports Channel and CBS Sports HQ. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. Jalen Haralson becomes the highest rated recruit to commit to Notre Dame in program history. For more on this, we bring in Eric Bossi, who has been lining this up and working with Jalen throughout. Ebos, just absolutely huge for Notre Dame. Help us break down, give us a little more detail about what makes Jalen such a unique player.
Well, you guys have done a great job covering it, and he certainly did a good job covering it himself. The biggest thing is that he's a jumbo playmaker. He's a guy who thrives with people who are going to be put in position to knock down shots, and he's able to get into the lane, play through contact. When he's playing around other players who can space the floor like he did with USA basketball this summer, he's also not a bad shooter himself when he doesn't have to force things. So he's a really versatile player, an all-around guy, a guy that really jumped onto our radar at the very beginning of his freshman year when he arrived on the scene as an already 6'5" point guard at Fishers High. And he's just continued to, evolve. And I think he's learned that he can't always have the ball in his hands, but when he does really great things. And, it's going to be an extension of that when he gets to Notre Dame and he gets those shooters around him. And he's really looking forward to playing fast and playing in the ACC.
Now let's dig into that a little bit more, because he now stands at 6'7" with a 6'10" wingspan. He's about 210 pounds, continuing to get more powerful, more athletic with each step along the way. And we've talked a lot about his offensive versatility, but I think he's a versatile deep defender as well. And I think that's going to be a big part of him being able to be utilized as a big guard of sorts. It's going to remind me a lot of the way Micah Shrewsbury used Jalen Pickett back at Penn State. Jalen Pickett was a guy who came up the ranks as a forward, maybe even a wing, started to play with the ball in his hands at Siena. Then he transferred to Penn State and proved he could be a lead guard at that high major level. I see a very similar trajectory here for Jalen Haralson having a similar role, and obviously Pickett ended up in the NBA. Is that the prototype here that we can expect as he goes on to Notre Dame next year?
Absolutely. And in fact, Jalen Pickett and how he was used at Penn State was a major part of Micah Shrewsbury's pitch to Jalen. When I spoke with Jalen earlier today to prep things for the commitment, he spoke a lot about what he saw and how he used him, and how that was an example of seeing how he envisioned himself and seeing a coach being able to actually show a guy playing like that. And when you've seen that and you trust that, it really helps. And as you mentioned on the defensive side, this is a guy who probably at the college level can defend 1 through 4. So it allows so much versatility with the lineup because you can deploy him in so many different ways.
Tell you what, everybody, we've got lots more coverage and analysis available to you right now. Head on over to 247sports.com. Boss, great job reporting this, lining this up, and obviously congratulations to Jalen, the Haralson family, and obviously Micah Shrewsbury and Notre Dame. Again, Jalen Haralson becomes the top-ranked player to ever commit to Notre Dame, live right here on the 24/7 Sports Channel and CBS Sports HQ.